Ladies, gentlemen, and people that certain other people don't want to be associated with. I'm the ace of all trades, and I just received news that LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling has been banned for life by the NBA. And to be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Of course, the first emotional knee jerk reaction is, well, good, serves him right, which it does. But upon further thought, I'm just not sure how the whole thing makes me feel, and here's why. Donald Sterling, on those tapes that we heard, says some fucked up shit, right? And he has a long, well documented history of questionable conduct when it comes to race relations. And it's clear when you hear him talk, it's clear that he believes what he's saying. He finds no error in his way of thinking because he says something key. He says that we are part of a culture. We are living within a culture, and he is absolutely not wrong about that point. What you heard on those tapes was not the personal viewpoints of one man, Donald Sterling. What you heard on those tapes was something widespread, something deeply ingrained, something cultural that has been instilled in this man since he was young. He was raised to be the guy we heard on those tapes. He was raised to think the way he does. And as despicable and disgusting as it may be, one, it's nothing new. Two, it was candid. He was shooting from the hip. This wasn't an interview. He was expressing his honest to God thoughts and feelings, and he was set up by a conniving, manipulative female in whom I have no confidence of being a better human being, or at least a much better human being than he is. Now, as fucked up as the comments were, and as fucked up as this man's moral compass must be, you know what? If you are an arrogant, prejudiced, hateful piece of shit, guess what? This is America. You got a right to be. Now, that doesn't make you any less of a piece of shit. You're still a piece of shit, Donald Sterling. But you have a right to think however you think and feel however you feel, as long as you are not actively imposing that on other people's lives or using that to damage other people's lives. Then hey, be as racist as you want to be as hateful as you want to be, because chances are those same people you don't like ain't that fond of you either. Now, Mr. Sterling probably deserves whatever misfortune comes his way as a result of this whole thing. I say probably because I don't have a heaven or hell to put this man in. I can't judge him. I can only share my opinions. I can only give my feelings, just like he gave his feelings on those tapes. The only difference is I'm putting this out myself. I'm aware that my words are being recorded and are going out there on the internet, and he wasn't aware of that. So yeah, I, like many other black people, don't have the highest opinion of Donald Sterling. But the way he was set up for this to happen to him, I'm not smiling about that either. Because, even though the girl couldn't be any more obvious that she was setting him up, if it was me, that conversation would have gone a lot differently. I would have stopped her halfway through and been like, why are you talking like that? What? Bitch, are you recording me? But I mean, yeah, he's an old guy, so he probably genuinely couldn't tell that he was being set up. But I mean, yeah, I just don't find any justice in that. Maybe I'm too much of an idealist. I don't like the thought of taking somebody down by stooping to their level. But I mean, hey, this woman doesn't strike me as being the poster child for integrity anyway. So yeah, I just don't feel like any justice was served whatsoever. This was a calculated effort by this woman to damage this man. And yeah, it snowballed into something much bigger. But at its core, that's all it was. And did he deserve it? More than likely he did. But again, really that's all it was. And that's not something that I feel good about. That's not justice. That's one snake selling another snake up the river, and it solves nothing. Furthermore, Donald Sterling is just one Donald Sterling. There are more. I guarantee you there are a lot more who will continue to get away with what he got away with for 30 years. So I don't see that big of a difference. But hey, that's just my take. And with that being said, I'm going to end this with a phrase that I never in my life thought I would be saying. Let's go, Clippers!